Well, Nigeria says it has seized more than $10.3 billion in looted cash and assets in the past year under President Muhammadu Buhari's anti-corruption campaign. Information Minister Lai Mohammed says the government also expects repatriation of some $330 million stolen from the public treasury and stashed in banks abroad. Most are in Switzerland. The government is yet to publish the names of accused officials. Hundreds of people have been arrested, and the many ongoing trials include that of a former national security advisor accused of diverting $2.1 billion meant to fight the Boko Haram Islamic insurgency. Well, let's get you more on this now from CCTV's Deji Badmus. He's joining me live from Lagos. Deji, what more can you tell us about the money and the assets that the Nigerian government says it has recovered so far?
Well, Beatrice, what the government has done is just to actually release the amount of money it has, not everything it has recovered, but some are actually in forfeiture. Some it says, because there's still no conclusion, some of these cases are actually in court. So the court hasn't made a complete pronouncement on some of the cases. So some are just forfeitures by the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission and some other government agencies. But for those that have been recovered, of course, the government released the list because it came under pressure to do so. But one thing we did not see was that the government did not attach any names at all to the amount of money recovered. What we have on the list, we just have figures, no names at all. Figures, for instance, amount of money recovered by the various departments of government, the EFCC, the ICPC, that's the Independent Corrupt Practices and Offences Commission. We also have monies, of course, recovered by the Office of the National Security Advisor and all of that. But what is most instructive about this list is that it is not conclusive, it's not a comprehensive list, and that most of these cases are still in courts. The courts are yet to make pronouncement on them, so it's not as if the money has actually returned to the government. In other words, the government cannot begin to spend the monies until we have a pronouncement now from the courts. Beatrice? Well,
$10.3 billion is quite a rather large sum of money, and the government has not attached any names to alongside the monies recovered, though. But have there been a commensurate number of arrests or prosecutions, though, alongside the recovery? What exactly is the government strategy here?
Absolutely. There's been a number of arrests. You're aware, Beatrice, and everybody knows that quite a number of high-profile former government officials and the former ruling party officials are standing trial for corruption. And, yes, the amount of money we're talking about here is huge, but, the money could go higher than that at the end of the day. Because what the government has just done now, what it says it is doing now in its fight against corruption is just the first phase. It is basically looking, for instance, at the Office of the former National Security Advisor, looking at what is referred to as the arms gate scandal here. That is money budgeted for the purchase of arms to fight Boko Haram that was embezzled. The government has still not looked at the petroleum industry, where a lot of people believe, well, that is where you might have the mother of all corruption. So the government hasn't looked at the petroleum industry. It's not gone there yet. So the figure will definitely go up when the government switches attention now to that area. A lot of people are under arrest. A lot of people are in detention. Some, of course, have been released by the courts and they are facing trial. Nobody has yet been convicted, but people are looking forward to the first few convictions. And as a matter of fact, what we've been told is that we might begin to see convictions by the end of July. But for now, Beatrice, quite a lot of people have been arrested. We're getting several arrests every day. People have been arraigned in court, especially the former military generals in this country. A number of them have been arrested and they're standing trial. And the government has said, well, in the days to come, we're going to see more arrests made and more people will be brought to the court. But right. Very important, Beatrice, the moment the government switches its attention now to the oil industry, that is when we'll begin to see we'll begin to see the figures go up.
Deji Badmus following the developments in Nigeria there for us and joining me live from Lagos.